Hi, I'm Mark from TFN, and with your event coming up, we thought we'd just make a short video of things to remember to do on race day and equipment not to forget.
So down here, some of my stuff. Obviously your bag to bring everything down in, it's always useful. They normally have a wet compartment at the bottom to put your wetsuit in, so it doesn't get all your other gear wet. Lots of pockets to stick bottles and wallets and the like in. Some of the most important things, never forget your helmet, otherwise it's no race on race day without that. It doesn't need to be an aero one, as long as it comes up to the standard, that's absolutely fine. Other key things which might scup you, your bike shoes and your run shoes. Obviously without those you're not going to be having much of a race. I always use a number belt for my number, which is pretty simple, so you can pin it on, number front and back, on the back for the bike and move it around to the front for the run. All the racers nowadays pretty much use these waterproof numbers. You'll often find there's a timing chip as well, but make sure your number's visible. Don't fold them or cut them, there's normally something in the rules about that. You don't want to get DQ'd on race day. On a lovely day like it is today, at half outlaw, sun cream's useful to remember, especially if it's a half Ironman or an Ironman, you don't want to get sunburned. Goggles for the swim. Again, just think about the weather conditions. On a sunny day like today, are you going to be swimming into the sun? In which case it's nice to have photochromatic ones like this, which will change to the dark. But more importantly, just make sure it's ones that you know work and that don't leak. If it's an open water swim and you've got a wetsuit on, remember your body glide under your arms, around your neck, just stops you getting chafed, which should make it a lot easier. A bit around the cuffs and around the ankles, which helps your wetsuit come off as well, saves you a bit of time in transition. Obviously there's lots of other bits that aren't so important, but sunglasses for the bike, etc. are all pretty good. Onto the bikes, a few tips on the bikes. Make sure you pump your tyres up. Always check them over just for bits that are in them, bits of glass, bits of flint. Have a look at your gears. Think about what gear you need to be in when you start the bike. If you're going straight up a hill, you don't want it on your biggest gear at the front and the whole of this one at the back. So it's worth just having a quick recce of the bike course. Make sure your wheels are in tight and just a good visual look over makes sense. If it's not an aero bike like this and they've got bungs in the handlebars, make sure both your bungs are in there. The race referees will pull you out if you haven't got both of those in there. It's a safety issue. If there's a crash and you've got a bung missing, what it tends to do, as I can attest to, is it'll take a chunk out of your leg, similar in shape to that. So just make sure they're all in. Other than that, with your bike it's really common sense. Have a good look over it. I say it's very, very easy to forget to pump your tyres up. Other things that I've done wrong over the years is if you're going to clip your shoes into the pedals to start the bike, make sure you've got your right shoe on the right side and your left shoe on the left side. I have done it before where I've come out of transition and my shoes are the wrong way around, which is really embarrassing. Make sure you've got your nutrition all sorted, bottle on. If you're doing a longer race, half Ironman, your little goodie bag with your nutrition in it, and that should cover most of the things that could go wrong that are simple on race day. So have a good race and I hope that's helpful.